Okay, so I was looking for a video that was about CYA, cover your ass, and I came across this one, and I wanted to show it to you.
Monica, do you have a quick second? Hi, what's up? I noticed that every time we have a conversation, by the time I get back to my desk, I have an email from you recapping the conversation. Oh no, I'm just CMA. What's CMA? CMA, just like CYA, which means cover your ass. I'm CMA, which is covering my ass.
And this is the first time I've ever heard of CMA, but it's same concept, cover your ass, but it's just telling yourself, cover my ass.
I just think it's important to always have a paper trail of all the conversations, just in case there's a misunderstanding. I'm emailing you a recap of what we spoke about, and that gives you an opportunity to correct anything that I may have misunderstood. I just think it's a little unnecessary to recap every single conversation. Oh no, I completely understand why someone in management would think that it's unnecessary. In the past, I've had managers who say one thing and then turn around and say another, or say that they didn't say something. This way, with a red receipt, there's no way for them to say that they at least didn't have knowledge of how I understood what they were saying. So I will continue to send you a recap email.
I think this is hilarious, but it's so smart because people always say, I never said that, or this never happened, and it's a great way to cover your ass, you know. I've always tried to implement CYA tactics in my life, like when I lend people money, I usually do it in text, always in text, just because that way we're all on the same page of how much money, what date, everything's on. There's a written agreement, and I'm a big fan of texting versus calling people. That way, again, everything's on written communication. Same with email. If you work like in an office setting, to put everything in an email. So again, there's no room for people to lie, basically, because people are gonna lie either on purpose or almost like I don't want to say accidental, but just because they're forgetful. We're forgetful. Yeah. So now that I came across this, I was like, man, this is perfect. I'll do a video on this. Also, that's why I'll give you some more examples. This is why I'm also trying to implement more. How do you say? I want to have like a dash cam in my vehicle, just again for my own protection against car accidents or tickets from law enforcement saying that something happened, and the dash cam could save you. Trying to think what else. Oh, just at work. I remember one time, one of my many jobs, was as a chess instructor. I would teach people chess, and mainly it was young kids, like around 10 years old. And I remember one time, one of my friends told me, hey, make sure you teach them at this location, like, cause he was also a fellow chess player. He told me, make sure you teach him at like, where are you gonna teach him? And I was like, oh, probably at this coffee shop over here. He goes, you should teach him over there at this other coffee shop because they have cameras and stuff. And I'm like, oh, what's that have to do with anything? He goes, CYA. And I'm like, what are you talking about? So they can't claim that you're, touching the kids or something. And I'm like, what are you? I would never do that. He says, it's not about that you would do that. It's that you could be accused, and so you just want to take a precaution. Always take a precaution, just so if anything ever were to happen, you're like, hey, no, camera, check the cameras. And he says it's a thing in life that he learned, that when you get accused, even if you're completely innocent, if you get accused of anything, you're on the front page. When you get cleared, you might not even make a headline, you know. And he says, so just to save a headache, always cover your CYA in everything in life, especially when it's just he said, she says situations. And he goes, that's something he learned. And like he worked in the medical field, and he says he showed me some things. Basically, he says everything's always on email, all kinds of communications, and this is a long time ago. This is like almost, I don't know, like 8 years ago. But I always took that to heart. I'm like, yeah, you know what? I now practice that. Like, I'm always around. Like in this office building that I'm in, there's cameras all in the hallways, and when I'm when I was at the port, there's cameras all up and down the port. At home, there's cameras. So like I'm always around surveillance, and some people hate the idea of always being watched, but I personally, it puts me at ease, because if something ever were to happen, I'm like, I always have like a CYA, you know, or alibi, or like proof, you know. And this day and age of time where people just, cause what were you 3 months ago, or so and so. Like, I don't remember. I was probably in my office, like check tapes, you know. And it's not about being guilty. It's about being innocent and being accused of something. And then, but in the workplace, because this is a video about workplace CYA. Yeah, you have to have everything. I don't know, figure out different ways of CYA. Like I remember in the military, in basic training. Anytime you were you talk to a drill sergeant, there was always 2 people. It was never a one-on-one. They made it on purpose. Same reason, so nobody could say they were abused sexually or physically or whatnot. You always had, they called it a battle buddy, and just to CYA themselves. You know, that way nobody can claim anything, because there's always 2 people always. You would get chewed out if you ever tried to talk to a drill sergeant in private. You'd be like, "Where's your battle buddy?" You know, and somebody will run up. You know, so yeah, you know, just something to think about everyday life. That's what I don't know. Don't know of any other scenarios that I've used this, but yeah. So what do you think of the clip? I'm gonna go look for some more CYA clips. Actually, you know what? My next clip, I'm probably gonna talk about work-related healthcare.